All right, we're gonna start the Fantasy 6 draft order selection process. So the way it's gonna work, we have two hats. In one hat will go the numbers 1 through 8 on these pink sticky notes. And as I write the number on the note, I'll put it into the hat so that everyone can see that all numbers will be there. All the notes are the same size. They'll be folded in half so that as I pick them out, there's no discrepancy between the sizes or the shapes. So after we do that, we'll do the same thing with the other hat, but with the team names. So then what we'll do is from there, we'll pick a number out of this hat, and then after that, we'll pick a corresponding name of the team from this hat. Okay. Just as a reminder, for this year, our teams are Desert Eagle, who is owned by Esteban. We have SD Kings, who is owned by John. El Matador, who is owned by Leo. The Goosemeister, who's owned by Gustavo. The Atom Bomb, who's owned by myself. Captain Shiru, who's owned by Jordan. Elver Galarga, who is owned by Edwin. Yeah. And Game of Throws, who's a new member this year and is owned by Marisela. So we're going to go ahead and get started now. I'll write down the numbers on the sticky notes and throw them into the hat, as I explained earlier. So as I write the numbers and I throw them in there, I'll show them to you. So we have the number 1. That goes in the hat. There's number 2. There's number 3. Four. 5. 6. 7. And 8. All right. Now, again, all those numbers are in this hat. So as we do the selection process, we'll select a number followed by the team that will correspond to that particular draft pick. So now we're going to write down all the team names into the sticky notes and put them into this separate hat. So we're just going to go in order for Division 1. We'll start off with Desert Eagle. It will be abbreviated with DES. Followed up in that division is SD Kings, which will be abbreviated SDK. Then it's El Matador, will be abbreviated MAT. Goosemeister will be abbreviated Goose. So that's all the teams in Division 1. Division 2, we'll have myself, Adam Baum. That'll be abbreviated AB. And Captain Shiru will be CS. Two more, we have Game of Throws. Will be abbreviated GOT. And finally, we have El Verga Larga, who will be abbreviated EG. All right, in it goes. So we have all teams now in this hat. To my left, all numbers for the draft order in this hat to my right. So what we'll proceed to do now is again pick a number, and then immediately after we will pick a team name that corresponds with that pick, and then we'll write the sticky note onto the draft board to line up the order. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off with the numbers without looking, and so first, sticking together. First number, first pick that we will be sorting for will be pick number 4. So fourth pick will be assigned to Captain Shiru. So Jordan, congratulations. You have the 4th pick in the draft. We'll now proceed for the next pick. Again, this first hat will tell us the draft number. And we have pick number 8. So we will be selecting for pick number 8 from our team hats. And the 8th pick will go to sticking together. Here we go. Desert Eagle. So Esteban and Desert Eagle will have the 8th pick in our draft. Now we'll proceed on to the remaining 6. All right, first pick. So first pick is now going to be selected, up for grabs. And the first pick will be assigned to SD Kings. So John, owner of SD Kings, will be selecting first in our draft this year. Congratulations, John. So we have our first, our 4th, and our 8th picks selected. Next number will be third pick. So for the 3rd pick, the owner that will be assigned that 3rd pick is GOT Game of Thrones. So Maricela, owner of Game of Thrones, will be picking 3rd in our draft. So far, SD Kings 1, Game of Thrones 3, Captain Sheriff 4, Desert Eagle 8. Next one. The 5th pick. So with the 5th pick, that will belong to El Verga Larga. So Edwin will be picking 5th. So the remaining spots are 2, 6, and 7, which means we'll have 2 more selections, and then the remaining sticky notes will default to the final pick. And so we're shooting for pick number 7 at this point. Pick number 7 will be assigned to the Atom Bomb. So I will be picking 7th in our draft. There goes David Johnson. One more selection. We have the 2nd and the 6th picks up for grabs. And the one that we will be picking for is the second pick, which means that the team that is not picked will end up with the 6th pick in our draft. So for that second overall pick, the winning team is, of course, Leo El Matador will be picking second in our draft, which means that the Goosemeister will be picking 6th. And just for clarity purposes, the number remaining in the hat, 6. The number remaining in the, or the name remaining in our other hat was Goose. Just a final recap as we wrap this up. Picking first overall will be John, SD Kings. Second will be Leo El Matador. Third will be Maricela, Game of Thrones. Fourth will be Jordan, Captain Shiru. Fifth will be Edwin, Gel Verga Larga. Sixth will be Goosemeister. Seventh, Atom Bomb. And eighth will be Esteban and Desert Eagle. Draft is snake order, so all those picks will reverse every round. That will conclude our draft selection. John, I'm willing to give you my whole draft stash for this year for that number 1 overall pick. Hit me up, buddy.